Xiao Ping'an crossed over to the ancient Beidou, the northern region of Dongzhou. Awaken your understanding and join the chat group. Ding-dong. Zhutian Wanjie Chat Group 1, male group, / Zhutian Wanjie Chat Group 2, female group, invites you to join. Please select. Hehe. Xiao Ping'an naturally joined the two groups without hesitation. You observe the remnants of the Daoist scriptures and create the Heavenly Sovereign Heart Sutra. You read the remaining chapters of the Western Emperor's Classic and create the Western Emperor's Classic. You have obtained the Qinglong Sword, one of the 9 swords in the world, and comprehended the invincible power to create the Immortal Killing Technique. Tianhu Fairy. Ping'an, which one is more beautiful between me and Yuechan Fairy? Qingyi. May I kill you in the immortal realm? Medusa. If Young Master Xiao is interested in me. Ziyue. Brother Ping'an. Shaking Light Saint. Here you are, let me show you all the ferocious clothes. In the ancient world, who governs the ups and downs? I, Xiao Ping'an, have only one sword that can slay the divine race, level the forbidden area, capture the saints, destroy the immortal king, suppress the heavenly pride, conquer the supreme, step on the 9 heavens, suppress the 10 lands, and make decisions for eternity. Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Chapter 1. People in the Beidou, Overwhelming Intelligence, Chatting 2. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. The Ancient World, Beidou. Xiuan Star, in the northern region of Dongzhou. In a village entirely built of stones. Xiao Ping'an lay under a locust tree, digesting a large amount of information that had recently passed through his mind. Xiao Ping'an, what are you doing? A burly but somewhat silly young man ran over with a wooden stick. Ping'an is resting, don't disturb him, Erlangzi. Behind him, followed by a skinny young man, Wang Shu. Hehe, I didn't do anything. Xiao Ping'an regained consciousness and smiled lightly at the two of them. Are you looking for me? He asked. Wang Shu nodded. Ping'an, Mr. Zhang said we will set off to search for the source in half an hour. Searching for the source. Okay, I got it. After Xiao Ping'an dismissed the two people, he returned to his stone house, his expression sighing. If he guessed correctly, this world is the ancient Beidou. Divided into 5 continents. Central Plains, Eastern Continent, Southern Barbarians, Northern Xinjiang, and Western Desert. He is located in the northern region of Dongzhou. There are holy sites, ancient aristocratic families, human and demon tribes, and countless terrifying forces. Since I am a traveler, now awakening memories, why don't I have a golden finger? Looking at the ceiling, Xiao Ping'an murmured softly. Speak of Cao Cao the next second, and he will arrive. A sudden message appeared in Xiao Ping'an's mind. Congratulations on successfully crossing the ancient world. You have received the blessings of your home planet and awakened your supernatural intelligence from then on, overwhelming comprehension. Xiao Ping'an was taken aback for a moment, and at that moment, there were flashes of spiritual light in his mind, all his doubts about the world were easily resolved. His eyes sparkled, and an excited expression appeared on his face. I didn't expect that my golden fingers were incredibly intelligent. Ha ha ha. As expected, a refined and elegant young man like me, with a charming and elegant demeanor, wouldn't have bad luck. I knew it. He had just digested the memories from his travels and was still a bit confused. After all, this is the Beidou, such a dangerous world. He doesn't have much background, how can he survive? But now, he is full of confidence. Ding ding, Zhutian Wanjie Chat Group invites you to join. Do you want to join? Xiao Ping'an's face instantly showed a look of ecstasy. Yes. Subsequently, segments of information emerged. A light curtain that only he could see appeared in front of him. Ding dong, Zhutian Wanjie Chat Group 1, male group, / Zhutian Wanjie Chat Group 2, female group, we also invite you to join. Please choose one. What? Is it still divided into male and female groups? Xiao Ping'an's eyes almost popped out. Is there such a naughty operation? The male group. I think they are all the sons of fate from various worlds. They are either strong guardians of the Tao or high authority, or there is an old grandfather hidden in the ring. If I were to become brothers with them, I don't know how exciting it would be. I'm afraid I could even become emperor lying down. Xiao Ping'an had a strong smile on his face. But he chose two groups on the backhand. Creation of Zhutian Wanjie Chat Group, two groups of female groups, note. Not visible, Dingdong Beidou Xiao Ping'an joins the chat group of all heavens and all realms, Cute Flame Spirit G joins the chat group of the all heavens and all realms, the Young Master of the Martial Soul Hall joins the chat group of the all heavens and all realms, Bailian family wants to join the chat group of Zhutian Wanjie with Zhuyan Dan, Tianlong Immortal Sister joins the chatting group of all heavens and all realms, Master of the Second Palace of the Moving Flower. Palace joins the chat group of the all heavens and all realms, Snake Queen joins the chat group of the all heavens and all realms, Snow Moon City Second City Lord joins the chatting group of all heavens and all realms, Evil God reverses the heavens and Xia Qingyue joins the chatting group of all heavens and all realms, the Heavenly Fox Fairy of the Zhutian sect joins the chat group of the all heavens and all realms, Zhutian Wanjie Chat Group. Cute Flame Spirit G. What is this place in the chat group of the heavens and the world? Snake Queen. I have never seen such a magical soul weapon that can take human consciousness to another space. Tianlong Immortal Sister. Such a magical thing has no flaws to follow. The second lord of Snow Moon City said, did I fall for the tricks of the demon cult? The young master of the martial soul hall said, who is using soul skills? Bai Lian's family wants a staying yen pill. Who among us has a staying yen pill? They are getting old, please give me a staying yen pill, the evil deity, setting against the sky and leaning towards the moon in summer, said, May I ask what is the Zhuyan pill? Be careful, said the second lord of the flower-moving palace. The Heavenly Fox Fairy of Zhutian sect said, cluck. Sister, you don't need to be so careful. It's okay if you don't know. It's just a pill that keeps your appearance youthful forever. Welcome to join the Zhutian Wanjie Chat Group. This chat group is composed of outstanding individuals from various heavens and worlds, with an initial membership of 10 people. The position of group leader is vacant. After upgrading the chat group, the number of members can be increased. The group functions include red envelopes, shopping malls, tasks, dungeons, cross-border teleportation, alchemy furnaces, medicine gardens in an instant. A large amount of information about chat groups injected into Xiao Ping'an's mind. This surprised and delighted him. At the same time, he also keenly noticed that there was no group leader in this chat group yet. Xiao Ping'an grinned at the corner of his mouth. He began analyzing the identities of each group member. Lovely Flame Spirit G. Undoubtedly, the woman in the Tianqing 9 songs has a gentle and slightly quirky appearance. Young Master of Martial Soul Hall. Qianren Shui from the Love Continent, the daughter of Pope Bibidong. Bai Lian's family wants to stay in Yandan. Should this be the heavenly elder who was demonized in the anime 100 Refinements into Gods? Xiao Ping'an thought somewhat wickedly. Is it possible for her to sit in anything as long as she gives her the Zhuyan Dan? Cough. Chapter 2. Selection. Comprehensive Qualification Testing. Newcomers. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Tianlong Immortal Sister. It should be Wang Yuyan in the pen of Mr. Jin Yong, a passionate woman who deeply loves her cousin Murong Fu, and has a unique title of Fairy Sister. Second Palace Master of the Flower-Moving Palace. Lian Xing, a pitiful beauty who has been suppressed by the Grand Palace Master's invitation to the moon, is one of the unparalleled double princes. Queen of the Snake Clan. Medusa, the leader of the Snake Clan in the sky broken by the horse. The second lord of Ziyue city. The Snow Moon Sword Immortal, one of the 5 great sword immortals in the Youth Song Festival. The evil god overturns the sky and pours the moon in summer. A tragic woman created out of thin air and burdened with the lock of fate in the god of the anti-heavenly canon. Zhutian Sect's Heavenly Fox Fairy. TSK, the witch in the perfect world. Xiao Ping'an couldn't help but smack his tongue. Looking at the group members in front, he thought everyone was from some martial arts world, or a lower-level world. I didn't expect there to be a character from that top-notch world. Cough, let's all make a simple self-introduction. I'll start by throwing a brick to attract jade. My name is Xiao Ping'an. Male. He is handsome and doesn't talk much. In the chat group of various heavens and worlds, Xiao Ping'an was the first to break the silence. He wants to leave a deep and good impression on everyone. Prepare for the selection of future group leaders. Cute Flame Lingji. Hello, Ping'an brother. Hello everyone, they are called Flame Lingji. Nice to meet you all. The young master of the martial soul hall said, 1,000 feet of snow. The second lord of Ziyue city. Ziyue city, Li Hani. The evil god goes against the sky and leans towards the moon in summer. Summer leans towards the moon. The Heavenly Fox Fairy of Zhutian sect said, cluck. My sisters all look very reserved. It's hard to say my name, just call me Tianhu sister. The second lord of the Moving Flower Palace said, hello Tianhu sister, hello everyone. My name is Lianxing and I come from the Moving Flower Palace. Tianlong Immortal Sister. My name is Wang Yuyan. After a brief introduction, everyone changed their nickname to their real name. Xiao Ping'an revealed his claws and teeth. Zhutian Wanjie Chat Group. Xiao Ping'an. Ladies and sisters, as the saying goes, dragons must have their heads. We don't have a group leader yet. I would like to recommend myself. Tianhu Fairy. Hehe. Ping'an's younger brother speaks a lot. However, I also want to be this group leader, Xiao Ping'an. Tianhu's sister is beautiful and kind-hearted, can she give it to me? Tianhu Fairy. Cluck. Ping'an's younger brother has a really sweet mouth, but older sister doesn't eat this trick, Flame Spirit G. What's the use of the position of group leader? Wang Yuyan. I'm also curious. Xiao Ping'an squinted his eyes. The Heavenly Fox Fairy is truly a witch. Extraordinary intelligence. She saw that the position of the group leader must have some tricks and was unwilling to give up. Zhutian Wanjie Chat Group. Tianhu's sister. The world I come from should be stronger than everyone else. Why don't you give me the position of group leader? Xiao Ping'an, that's not necessarily true. I'm still the only boy in the group. Please vote for me, ladies and sisters. Xiao Ping'an, I will serve the beautiful sisters wholeheartedly. You are the core of everything. Tianhu's sister. Everyone can talk big, and Ping'an's younger brother is too restless. The two had a heated argument. The others in the group watched with great interest. Although I may also realize that the position of the group leader is somewhat unusual. But they are not interested. At this moment. Ding-dong, detect chat content and automatically trigger the group leader selection function. Will you participate in the selection? See this message. Everyone was taken aback. Xiao Ping'an chose, yes, without hesitation. Ding-dong, the selection of group leaders has officially begun, participants. Xiao Ping'an, Tianhu Fairy, Flame Spirit G, Wang Yuyan. Participants will undergo a comprehensive qualification test, and the one with the highest comprehensive value will automatically become the group leader. Comprehensive qualifications include the 3 aspects of heaven, earth, and human beings, totaling 7 items. They are Destiny, Chi point, world level, talent, understanding, physical fitness, and appearance. Testing is about to begin, please prepare for 0 out of 10 for everyone. Seeing these tips, Xiao Ping'an's mouth twitched. Surprisingly, everyone participated in the election. Dare to be gloomy, right? Destiny, luck. Perfect world. The corner of the Heavenly Fox Fairy's mouth curved with a seductive curve, and her face was bright and beautiful. It can be said that it has captivated all beings. My overall score is definitely the highest, and the position of group leader belongs to me. Tianhu Fairy looked confident. Love continent. Qian Renxue looked puzzled, and then suddenly, she thought to herself. I am about to complete the 9th angel exam, and both my talent and understanding should be good. The heavenly canon God world. Xia Qingyue murmured softly. World level, I don't know what level I am in. The 9 songs of heaven's journey. It's hard to say about anything else, but when it comes to appearance, I should be the first, right? Flame Spirit Ji gave a sly smile. 100 refinements make a god. Tianxiong baby. Beauty. Who can give me a resident beauty pill? When everyone is ready. Test start. Tiandao qualification. The upper limit is 100 million points, and the lower limit is negative 100 million points. Flame Spirit Ji destiny value. 100 Chi luck point. 100 Elder Tianxiong destiny value. 1000 Chi luck point. 50 Lianqing destiny value. 50 Chi luck point. 50 Wang Yuyan destiny value. 500 Chi luck point. 500 Li Honey destiny value. 50 Chi point. 100 Xia Qingyue destiny value point. 10,000 Chi luck point. 1000 Medusa destiny value point. 100 Chi point. 100 Qianren Snow destiny value point. 100 Chi point. 10 See these values. The 8 people who had already measured the results were stunned. Chapter 3. Heavenly Way Qualification Table Burst. The chaotic world is amazing. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Elder Tianxiong. Impossible. How could my luck be so low? Yan Lingji. Sister Wang's destiny and luck are so high. Wang Yuyan. I don't know either. Lian Xing said, my heavenly way aptitude is so poor. Li Hani. Me too. Medusa. Why is my king's destiny negative? What is this? Qian Renxue said, just take a look at Sister Xia and she will feel better. Xia Qingyue. Seeing the heavenly aptitude of the 8 people, the Heavenly Fox Fairy laughed uncontrollably. 5100, that's too low, isn't it? Are they all in a very low world? The qualification of the heavenly way should be related to the world it is in. Surprisingly, there's still something negative. I'm laughing to death. At this moment, her qualification score has also been released. Tianhu Fairy destiny value. 10,000 Chi luck point. 10,000 Yan Lingji. Wow. Sister Tianhu has such a high aptitude for the heavenly way. Elder Tianxiong. Both are 10,000, how can this be? Li Hani. Sister Tianhu is so amazing, I envy her so much. Wang Yuyan. +1 Qianren Shui. +1 Lianqing. +1 Medusa. +1 The Heavenly Fox Fairy has already bloomed with laughter. Zhutian Wanjie Chat Group. Tianhu Fairy. It's just average, sisters can ask me for help if they have difficulties in the future. After all, the group leader should help the group members. The Heavenly Fox Fairy stared at the messages in the chat group. Very proud. With her innate talent, she has already crushed everyone. Isn't this position of the group leader something in her bag? But the news in the group immediately stunned her. Yan Lingji. Brother Ping'an. Can they come to your world to play with you in the future? Enlightening. Actually, I don't have any other thoughts. I just want to see Brother Ping'an, Wang Yuyan. Such an explosive destiny. Are you the son of the world, Brother Xiao? Elder Qianxiong said, Brethren, it must be easy for you to obtain the Zhuyan pill with such high qi luck, right? Elder Qianxiong. At Xiao Ping'an, can you give me one? I can do anything. Xian Renxue said, I'm afraid the sum of 100,000 Tang San cannot compare to Xiao Ping'an. Li Hani said, Young Master Xiao, your destiny and luck have already exploded. Can you give me some gifts? Playful, at this moment. Xiao Ping'an's heavenly Dao qualification has been measured. Xiao Ping'an destiny value. Asterisk asterisk, burst table, Qi luck point. Asterisk asterisk, burst table, blessed by the divine destiny of countless travelers. Note. Visible to oneself, Xiao Ping'an said, everyone praised me falsely. Xiao Ping'an. At Flame Lingji, of course you can. Xiao Ping'an. At Elder Qianxiong, is anything really okay? Bad laugh, Xiao Ping'an. At Wang Yuyan, isn't it? Xiao Ping'an. At Li Hani, you're a bit cute in honey. Perfect world. A precious bone in the hand of the Heavenly Fox Fairy was crushed by her with a loud bang. She trembled with anger, her snow-white delicate body rising and falling. Damn it! What world does Xiao Ping'an come from and what identity is he? How could he have such terrifying heavenly aptitude? The Heavenly Fox Fairy gritted her teeth in hatred. Ding-dong authentic qualification, world level from low to high. Micro thousand world, small thousand world, medium thousand world, great thousand world, chaos world, flame spirit G. Little thousand worlds, Elder Qianxiong. The great thousand worlds, Lianxing. Shaoqian world, Wang Yuyan. Shaoqian world, Li Hani. Little thousand worlds, Xia Qingyue. The great thousand worlds, Medusa. The middle thousand worlds, Thousand Renxue. Micro thousand worlds, Tianhu Fairy. Chaos world, Xiao Ping'an. Chaos world, Tianhu Fairy. So there are so many sisters from the little thousand world, I really didn't expect them to. Enlightening. Tianhu's sister actually comes from the chaotic world. I'm going to faint. Wang Yuyan. Is the chaotic world the most advanced world? I don't know how to be vast and boundless. Li Hani said, I feel like if I go to the chaotic world, I'm probably just an ordinary person. Tianhu Fairy. Cluck. It seems that I am the only one from the chaotic world. Enlightening. Not only Sister Tianhu, but also Brother Ping'an from the chaotic world at Xiao Ping'an. Medusa. Young Master Xiao also comes from the chaotic world and possesses such divine luck. It's unbelievable. Xia Qingyue said, Young Master Xiao is truly a divine being. Lianxing. +1 Li Hani. +1 Flame Spirit G. +1 Seeing one's own world as a chaotic world. Xiao Ping'an was somewhat surprised. He thought this would also be a vast world. After all, the world I am in and the world where the Heavenly Fox Fairy is located are just a relationship between the past and the future. However, is the love continent a micro-thousand world? Xiao Ping'an laughed heartily. I'm afraid it's the micro-world. Love mainland, truly deserving of its reputation, a reliable floor tile. Love continent. 1,000 feet of snow, the body is like jade, and the skin is like frost and snow. At this moment, she gritted her teeth tightly and her jade body trembled lightly. Very unwilling and puzzled. How can the world you are in be the lowest level of micro-world? Not even Shaoqian world. Is it possible that even ordinary people may not be able to compete with their own strength in the world of Shaoqian Zhutian Wanjie Chat Group? Enlightening. Hehe. How could Sister Qian Rengshu's world be a Weiqian world? Curious and strange, Qian Rengshu said, I don't know. Elder Tianxiong said, in this world, I can level it with just one step. Medusa. I didn't expect that the world where my king is located is actually just 1,000 worlds. Lianxing. Zhongqian world is already very good, careful, Li Hani said, it's not like we're all small worlds, with a bitter smile. Chapter 4. Appearance differences. Overwhelming level intelligence explodes again. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Tianhu Fairy. Brother Ping'an also comes from the chaotic world. Shouldn't he be in the same world as me? At Xiao Ping'an said, Sister Tianhu is too worried. The world you and I are in is different. Next up. Humanity testing is coming one after another. Humanistic qualification. The three-dimensional levels of talent, intelligence, and physique, from low to high, are mortal, spiritual, mystical, earthly, heavenly, imperial, sacred, imperial, immortal, and rebellious, explosive. Appearance levels from low to high are beggar, little jade, exquisite beauty, unparalleled charm, unmatched in one realm, brilliant starry sky, 9 heavens and 10 earths, flame spirit G, talent. Mortal level, understanding. Spiritual level, constitution. Mortal level, appearance. Small family jade, elder Tianxiong, talent. Xian level, understanding. Xian level, physical fitness. Spirit level, appearance. Splendid country and city, Lianxing, talent. Spirit level, understanding. Mortal level, constitution. Mortal level, appearance. Little family jade, Wang Yuyan, talent. Spirit level, understanding. Earth level, physical fitness. Earth level, appearance. Splendid country and city, Li Hani, talent. Xian level, understanding. Xian level, constitution. Mortal level, appearance. Little family jade, Xia Qingyue, talent. Heavenly level, understanding. Heavenly level, constitution. Heavenly level, appearance. Peerless elegance, Medusa, talent. Spirit level, understanding. Spirit level, constitution. Spirit level, appearance. Little family jade, Qianren Snow, talent. Mortal level, understanding. Mortal level, constitution. Mortal level, appearance. Beggar, Tianhu Fairy, talent. Holy level, understanding. Holy level, constitution. Heavenly level, appearance. Brilliant crown starry sky, when the humanitarian test is over. The chat group has completely exploded. Medusa. Why is my king so beautiful? Looking at the whole continent, who doesn't know that Queen Medusa is unparalleled in beauty? Yan Lingji. That's right, why am I also a jade from a small family? I'm so sad, unhappy, sobbing, Qian Renshu said, there must be a problem with this test. I'm just a beggar. Why am I the one with the lowest appearance? Crying in anger, love continent. Qian Rengshu felt that her Dao heart was already unstable. She stands tall in the snow, the young master of the martial soul hall. How many men's dream lovers? One of the most beautiful women in the entire continent. Why is her appearance only at the beggar level? This is simply a shame to her. Zhutian Wanjie Chat Group. Elder Tianxiong said, ahem. Actually, I don't think there's any problem with my appearance. Well, my level of beauty is unparalleled. A world of refinement. The heavenly elder of Qingyun sect looks in the mirror. Laughing uncontrollably. Humph. I must buy more and better resident yen pills. Only in this way can I maintain my stunning appearance. The chat group of the heavens and the world, Li Hani said, why do everyone pay so much attention to appearance level? I feel like your talent, intelligence, and physique are all very high. Wang Yuyan. My physical condition is very poor, I don't know if it's related to my world level. Yan Lingji. Wu, I only have one beauty that I can handle, crying loudly, Lianqing. I feel pretty good. Be careful, among the 8 people, Ziyue and Tianhu Fairy achieved the first and second ranking in humanitarian qualifications. Especially in terms of appearance level. The second daughter is the only unparalleled beauty and stunning starry sky in the entire audience. At this moment, there is a faint sense of isolation. Xiao. It's strange. Why didn't you see Xiao Gongzi's humanitarian qualifications? Tianhu Fairy. Brother Ping'an, shouldn't your humanitarian qualifications be so poor that they can't be displayed? At Xiao Ping'an, Tianhu Fairy. Cluck. I just knew, how could a person have such a high level of heavenly and humanitarian qualifications at the same time? Tianhu Fairy. You can only get one of them. If you get one, you have to give up the other. Yan Lingji. Brother Ping'an, don't listen to Tianhu's sister's nonsense. It's possible that it hasn't been detected yet, consolation, Li Hani said, Young Master Xiao, don't worry, I also think we should still be testing at Xiao Ping'an. Xiao Ping'an looked at the news in the group with a strange expression. Do you have poor humanitarian qualifications? That's because his intelligence has exploded. His testing is still ongoing, still brushing. Zhutian Wanjie Chat Group. Xiao Ping'an. At Tianhu Fairy, does Tianhu's sister look very happy? But are you sure that my humanitarian qualifications are poor? Teasing, Xiao Ping'an. Thank you, Sister Yan Lingji, I love you, heart to heart, Xiao Ping'an. I'm not worried, thank you, honey, heart to heart, Tianhu Fairy. Humph. Then I'd like to see what kind of humanitarian qualification you have. At Xiao Ping'an, resentful, the next moment. 1,000 calls come out. Humanistic qualification. Xiao Ping'an, talent. Emperor level, understanding. Anti-heaven level, explosive, physical fitness. Mortal level, appearance. Peerless extraordinary man, the chat group exploded again. Yan Lingji. Brother Ping'an, your wife is too amazing. Another qualification has exploded. Worship, Elder Tianxiong. The supernatural level of intelligence. Is terrifying, even the talent is at the imperial level. Wang Yuyan said, Brother Zhao's humanitarian aptitude is unparalleled, except that his physical condition is lacking, but it does not harm his elegance. Medusa. Not bad. I believe that only talent and understanding are most important, and physical fitness can be improved day after day. Lianqing. Young Master Xiao is also an unparalleled and extraordinary man, laughs, Tianhu Fairy. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. You come from the chaotic world. Your intelligence is at the top of the charts. Perfect world. The Heavenly Fox Fairy has been so shocked that her words are incoherent. Even the little brat in the wilderness who loves to drink animal milk is not so wicked. Shigua's double pupils cannot reach this level either. The fairy Yuechan from the Heavenly Mending sect is also impossible. Chapter 5. Serving as Group Leader. Second Level Source Warlock. Seeking. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Because I am destined by fate. Xiao Ping'an gave a wicked smile. Ding-dong, first in comprehensive qualification evaluation. Xiao Ping'an. Group member Xiao Ping'an automatically becomes the group leader and unlocks the group leader's permissions. Message after message prompts in the chat group. Following that was a series of congratulations. Yan Lingji. Hehe. Congratulations to Brother Ping'an for becoming the group leader, Wang Yuyan. Congratulations to Brother Xiao on becoming the group leader. Li Hani said, I feel very at ease when Young Master Xiao becomes the leader of the group. Lianqing. +1 Elder Tianqiong. +1 Dingdong, Leader Xiao Ping'an initiates daily check.In for the group. Daily check.In can earn points. Dingdong Leader Xiao Ping'an opens the medicine garden. Dingdong, Leader Xiao Ping'an initiates red envelope collection. Several messages flashed by. Xiao Ping'an's face showed a smile. He currently has 3 group leader permissions. They are Daily check.In, Medicinal Garden Planting, and Red Envelope Collection. Daily check.In is a feature that earns points and enhances group chat experience. But it can only be opened by the group leader. And the attendance of group members must be determined by the group owner. Signing in is not just a matter of a few clicks. It can also be completing a certain task to successfully sign in. Planting in a medicinal garden. The pharmacy is also a group function. But Xiao Ping'an found that the level of the pharmacy was too high. Or rather, his and others' levels are too low. Not qualified to open the pharmacy. However, as the leader of the group, he has the right to plant medicine in the garden and can enter the garden for cultivation and planting. Of course, there are also limitations. Red envelope collection. This can be considered a benefit as a group leader. After all, the group leaders cannot work for nothing, can they? The group leader can initiate red envelope collection every day. The red envelope must be something that can be exchanged for points. The value doesn't matter. And you can also directly send the points as red envelopes. And group members cannot refuse. If a member fails to pay the red envelope on time, the member will have their credit score deducted. When the reputation score drops to a certain extent, the use of group functions will be restricted. Not even usable. Xiao Ping'an checks his information page. Dingdong Xiao Ping'an has successfully signed in and earned 10 points, group leader. Xiao Ping'an, world. Ancient world, chaos level, realm. Currently unavailable, points. 10, credit score. 100, initial, permissions. Daily check.In, medicinal garden planting, and red envelope collection. Zhutian Wanjie Chat Group. Enlightening. As soon as Brother Ping'an became the group leader, he initiated daily check.In and red envelope collection. He used to deceive us, with great anger. Wang Yuyan said, I can't say that. This is the authority that the group leader should have. Li Hani. I have successfully checked in and earned 10 points. Xian Rinxue said, me too. Elder Tianqiong. +1 Medusa. +1 Xiao Ping'an said, Sister Yanlingji, you misunderstood me. Xiao Ping'an said, I have directly passed the check.In process for you, without any difficulty. Moreover, everyone can earn points and increase group experience. Xiao Ping'an said, as for the collection of red envelopes, it can be considered as my remuneration for work, and there is no fixed amount. Xiao Ping'an said, you can even directly send some points as red envelopes, grievances. Yanlingji. Alright, I misunderstood Brother Ping'an. I'm sorry, Rose, Tianhu Fairy. What's wrong with the medicine garden? Why can't I enter? Medusa. I can't get in either. Xia Qingyue said, it's the same. Xiao Ping'an. Your level permissions are not sufficient, and the pharmacy has not been unlocked yet. Xiao Ping'an said, but I have this permission to go in and plant spiritual plants. Lianqing. Young Master Xiao, may I ask what the medicinal garden does? Be careful, Xiao Ping'an. At Lianqing, you don't have to be so careful when talking to me, haha. Xiao Ping'an said, no matter what kind of seed or incomplete spiritual medicine, as long as it is planted in the spiritual grass garden, it can mature or recover completely in 3 days. Seeing Xiao Ping'an's words, the group members were amazed. Especially a few women from all over the world. They know what this means. The Heavenly Fox Fairy's eyes shone brightly. But when I thought that only Xiao Ping'an had such permission, she couldn't help feeling depressed. Xiao Ping'an said, "All right, I have something else to do. Let's not talk about it for now. Remember to sign in on time and pay the red envelope." Mental detachment. Xiao Ping'an grinned at the corner of his mouth. This is his wild start. Dong. "Ping'an, are you resting?" Wang Shu's voice came from outside the door. Xiao Ping'an stood up, opened the door, and walked out. "Ping'an, it's time we went to find the source," Wang Shu smiled. "Okay. I really want to learn the sourcing methods of Fifth Master." Xiao Ping'an smiled heartily. This is the northern region, a place full of sources. Source is a special substance that can be understood as a spirit stone, containing enormous energy. Northern origin. And there is a forbidden zone for life here. Taichu ancient mine. Not long after, Xiao Ping'an followed Wang Shu and Erlingzi out of the stone fortress. Mr. Zhang and his team are ready to depart. Safe, going out to search for sources is actually very dangerous. Zhang Wuye hesitated. "Fifth Lord, there's no need to say more." Xiao Ping'an shook his head with a determined expression. "Fifth Lord took me in at Shizhai, and from then on, I became a member of Shizhai. When he first crossed over, he didn't know what was going on. He himself is a mortal and almost starved to death. Fortunately, Zhang Wuye took him in. Don't be fooled by the fact that Zhang Wuye and others are all ordinary people with little cultivation. But Zhang Wuye is actually a source seeker. Although the northern regions have their origins, good source mines are controlled by those holy sites and ancient aristocratic families. The other source mines are either completely abandoned or full of danger. If these villages in the northern regions want to make a living, they have to rely on themselves to find their source. But in the northern regions, there were bandits who specialized in robbing these villages. Zhang Wuye and his team were threatened by a group of bandits, who wanted to gather enough £5 to submit within half a month. Otherwise, they will be slaughtered. This trip is to find enough sources to deal with that group of bandits. Ah. Good. Zhang Wuye didn't say much. A group of people walked with baskets on their backs. The patterns on the stone mountains are faintly resembling dragons and phoenixes, which is a special trend. In the mountains, there must be a source of energy. After walking for about half an hour, I have been far away from the stone fortress. Zhang Wuye looked at the stone mountain ahead and suddenly looked happy. Xiao Ping'an opened his eyes wide. This is sourcing. Are you surprised? Wang Shu chuckled softly. Zhang Wuye's ancestors were a primordial master, having the ability to search for sources. Xiao Ping'an naturally wouldn't be unaware. After all, he is a traveler. But now he only wants to obtain 1 or 2 scriptures for cultivation first. In this dangerous world, cultivation is the foundation. I saw Zhang Wuye holding a small piece of source in his hand. Then sprinkle a piece of something similar to lime powder. The small stone mountain ahead suddenly changed color. Colorful and colorful. Xenogenesis. A few middle-aged people exclaimed in surprise. Xiao Ping'an has been stunned. You observe the source-seeking techniques of the third-level source sorcerer and have a preliminary understanding of the mysteries of source magic. You have become a source sorcerer. Source technique level. Second-level source warlock. A wave of information flooded into my mind. Chapter 6. Capturing people in the Holy Land. Enter the Taichu ancient mine. You are listening at novel full.audio. Xiao Ping'an's spiritual light flashed. He instantly understood Zhang Wuye's methods. This is called dragon pattern. An active appearance that may be affected by weathering. Ping'an, have you seen any tricks? Zhang Wuye noticed Xiao Ping'an's serious expression and smiled slightly. To become a source hunter, one needs talent. Similarly, practicing Taoism also requires qualifications. Isn't Lord Wu using the source to resonate with other sources? Xiao Ping'an pondered for a moment and said. Zhang Wuye's eyes lit up and he nodded with a smile. Big guy, go dig the source at that point and estimate it can weigh half a pound, Zhang Wuye shouted. Suddenly, middle-aged men carrying tools walked over. Ping'an, do you want to learn Zhenshu? Zhang Wuye had a kind expression on his face. When he brought back the child Ping'an, he felt quite eye-catching. Xiao Ping'an hesitated for a moment and asked, Fifth Master, can the source technique be used for combat? The villagers of Shizhai are all ordinary people, not a single one has cultivation. There is naturally no cultivation method. Therefore, Xiao Ping'an is currently unable to start practicing. He is eager to obtain a martial art, no matter how shabby it is. Zhang Wuye was stunned and smiled kindly. The original intention of Yuan Shu is to search for a source, but it can also be used for combat. Zhang Wuye said. The source seeker we refer to is actually the source sorcerer with the lowest level of source magic. The level of the source warlock is from level 1 to level 9, with level 1 being the weakest and level 9 being the strongest. He sighed and shook a source in his handshake, continuing. The source sorcerer can only rely on the power of the source to fight, barely able to compare with the first realm of the cultivator. Upon hearing these words, Xiao Ping'an looked delighted. Can the source sorcerer compare to the cultivator in the Wheel C secret realm? However, there are limitations. Source sorcerers must rely on the source to unleash their combat power. If there is no source, then the source sorcerer is just a mortal. Oops. Oops. Suddenly. A sudden stop of horse hooves swept over. The middle-aged men who were digging for the source were shocked and thought they were bandits. Collect mortals from Wanlei Holy Land and go to the Taichu ancient mine to dig for sources. A loud shout appeared. A group of cultivators riding horses, wearing purple armor. The burly middle-aged leader had a cold and indifferent expression. He waved his hand and ordered, and suddenly someone rushed towards Xiao Ping'an and the others. Excuse me, sir. Isn't the Taichu ancient mine not inviting ordinary people to dig its source? Everyone was panicked, but Zhang Wuye raised his hand to appease them and turned to inquire about the burly middle-aged man. The burly middle-aged man gave a faint glance at Zhang Wuye. Slightly surprised. I didn't expect this old man to still be a source sorcerer. That was before. Nowadays, there have been changes in the ancient mines of Taichu, and there is an urgent need for mortals. Take them all away. There is no doubt about it. The group of people from Shizhai were all escorted to the Taichu ancient mine. Fortunately, the other party really just wants them to dig the source. Not how to abuse and make things difficult. Although the people in the Shizhai were panicked, there was nothing they could do. Wanlei Holy Land. A behemoth in the northern regions. Who dares to offend? That burly middle-aged man is quite polite to Zhang Wuye. I am also ordered to do things. As long as you stay at the Taichu ancient mine for 3 days, you can leave. The people of this Bo Wanlei Holy Land cultivator are very fast. In just 1 hour, Xiao Ping'an and others were sent to the Taichu ancient mine. During this period, several ordinary people from villages were captured. In total, there are nearly 1,000 people. A boundless sinkhole appeared before Xiao Ping'an's eyes. You, go over there. Xiao Ping'an, Wang Shu, and Erlingzi were separated to one side. On the other hand, the middle-aged and elderly in the village are all in one place. There's something strange. Xiao Ping'an keenly sensed something was wrong. The Taichu ancient mine is a forbidden zone for life. The major holy sites only dare to mine in the mining areas outside and dare not enter. The efficiency of a cultivator is always higher than that of an ordinary person. In this way, a large number of ordinary people are captured to dig up the source. Not the style of a holy land. There must be a reason. Corpse. Erlingzi suddenly let out a scream and was so scared that he hid behind Xiao Ping'an. The location where the three are located is the East 8th District of the Wanlei Holy Land mining area. Very secluded with few people. The cultivator who brought them down had already left, and it seemed like they were just left here. How did this person die? He doesn't seem to have any wounds, does he? Wang Shu is a bit strange. The two of them didn't notice Xiao Ping'an's expression. Vaguely excited. Xiao Ping installed a probe to investigate the body and walked up, squatting in front of it to explore for a while. Finally found a ring. The storage treasure of cultivators. Qiankuan ring. Let's take a break here now, don't rush in. Xiao Ping'an spoke and walked alone to the side, quietly dripping blood to acknowledge the master of the Qiankuan ring. 1 minute later. The uncontrollable ecstasy in his eyes. There are only a few items in the Qiankuan ring. 5 yuan, less than half a pound. A common black iron sword. A yellow skin secret book, like a cultivation technique. A pure white jade slip, I don't know what it is. Daojing will see scroll beginner level chapter. Seeing the yellow skin secret script, Xiao Ping'an was about to burst into joy. This is just a very ordinary and widely circulated introductory fragment of the Wheel C scroll of the Daoist scriptures. It can only lead people into the realm of suffering. For Xiao Ping'an, it is like a standard. This person seems to be just a casual cultivator, with only this little wealth in the Qiankuan ring. Xiao Ping'an secretly said. What are you three doing? A furious roar came from the deep mine. I saw a black-clad man holding a whip walking out. He was fat and looked very strong. Why don't you come over and dig for the source? Do you want to die? The tone of the black-clad man is icy, making one feel like falling into an ice cave. Wang Shu and Erlingzi were both startled. Come here, come here. Xiao Ping'an responded and looked at the two people. After we enter, try to be as careful as possible. This place is very dangerous. You better not separate from me. Although he said so, Xiao Ping'an was also unclear about what was going on inside. Wang Shu and Erlingzi nodded trembling. Taichu ancient mine, can it not be dangerous? There is no one in the northern regions who doesn't know about the Taichu ancient mine, and people often die. You have also fulfilled me. When Xiao Ping'an left, he pulled the body of the person to the side of the stone wall and buried it briefly. He was unaware, but a faint light drifted out of the corpse and entered his body. The mining caves in the East 8th District are very dark, without even lighting. When 3 people come in. A group of mortals were delivering the source, and each person's face was very tired, as if numb. You 3, go in together. The black-clad man held a whip and threatened with his gaze, don't shout when you hear strange noises. Who dares to act recklessly? I'll let him end up like this. Speaking, the black-clad man swung his whip and whipped a rock. The rock split apart instantly. Xiao Ping'an frowned inwardly. Are people from Wanlei Holy Land so ruthless? Ping'an, are we really going to stay here for 3 days? Walking in the pitch-black mine, Wang Shu looked scared. If it weren't for following Xiao Ping'an, he might not have been able to take any steps. It's okay, let's take a look first. It's impossible for Xiao Ping'an to say that he's not nervous. He is also afraid of hanging up before he even develops. Stop. A voice came from the front. That thing has appeared, let's wait for it to disappear. Sit still and wait for half an hour. Chapter 7. Collecting red envelopes, increasing points, and enlightening the abyss of the holy body. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Time waits for no one, good opportunity. See the situation. Without hesitation, Xiao Ping'an began to comprehend the introductory chapter of the Daoist scriptures he had obtained. Wang Shu and Erlingzi dared not speak and sat quietly beside Xiao Ping'an. The way of heaven is to make up for the shortcomings while losing the surplus. The way of human beings is not the same, as the losses are not enough to offer more. You have comprehended the introductory fragments of the Daoist scripture, fully understood the true essence of the Wheel Sea secret realm, and deduced the entire chapter of the Bitter Sea realm. You have an incredible understanding and deduced the entire story of the Spring of Life, the Divine Bridge, and the Other Bank realm. You deduce the entire chapter of the Tao Sutra Will See scroll. At this moment, the role of the supernatural intelligence is reflected. Xiao Ping'an often deduces and performs the complete sutra of the Wheel and See scroll of the Tao Sutra. Start practicing. Without any hesitation. Half an hour is enough for him to officially enter the realm of cultivation. Xiao Ping'an, who has an incredible understanding, has a dual purpose. Opening up a bitter sea on one side. On the other side, debt collection. Zhutian Wanjie Chat Group. Xiao Ping'an, ladies and sisters, pay attention. Xiao Ping'an. The deadline for collecting red envelopes is coming soon. If you don't pay, you will have to deduct your credit score. Xiao Ping'an said, "Today, if anyone gives me a drop of spring water, tomorrow I will return her with a vast ocean." Should I say it or not? Xiao Ping'an really lacks cultivation resources. If given a source, he can step into a state of hardship. Yan Lingji. Brother Ping'an, remember what you said. Yan Lingji. I gave all 10 points to Brother Ping'an, crying out loud. Li Hani said, "Young Master Xiao, I have an uncommon sword called Yelan. I'm not sure how many points I can exchange for it." "I hope you don't mind, Shai," Lianxing said, I have a piece of ink jade plum blossom. Although it's good in my flower-moving palace, it's just a small world. I hope young Master Xiao likes it, timid and weak." Medusa. I have a colorful raw stone that I should be able to hold. Wang Yuyan said, "Brother Xiao, I have a purple jade flute to give to you." 9 members in the group, except for Xiao Ping'an, sent red packets one after another. Within 1 minute, Xiao Ping'an received red envelopes from Flame Spirit Ji, Li Hani, Lianxing. At this moment, Xiao Ping'an felt a burst of great joy in his heart. View your own information panel. Group Leader. Xiao Ping'an, World. Ancient World, Chaos Level, Realm. Currently unavailable, points. 20, Credit Score. 100, Initial, Permissions. Daily check.in, Medicinal Garden Planting, and Red Envelope Collection, Backpack. Yelan Sword, Ink Jade Plum Blossom, Colorful Original Stone, Purple Jade Xiao. The red envelopes given by Li Hani, Lianxing, Medusa, and others are not light for them. That ink jade plum blossom is the treasure of the moving flower palace. The colorful original stone is also a unique stone in Ma Pe Tsangqiong, with a majestic energy. The purple jade flute should be the best thing Wang Yuyan can give. Of course. A rather perfunctory celestial fox fairy gave away an ordinary treasure bone. Xiao Ping'an's mouth twitched. Zhutian Wanjie Chat Group. Fairy Tianhu. Brother Ping'an, don't hate it. Although I gave you a bone, if you exchange points, it should be higher than the red envelopes sent by your sisters. Elder Tianqiong. In the chaotic world, even an ordinary blade of grass can be exchanged for points, exclaimed. Xia Qingyue said, Xiao Gongzi did not specify the value of the red envelope, so I gave a relatively regular one, Nan Yen, as a gift. Xian Renxue said, why can only a 30,000-year-old soul bone be exchanged for 1 point? Xian Renxue said, this is the best thing I can give. I'm sorry, Senior Xiao. The world I live in is too low. Level, sorry. Xiao Ping'an said, at Qianrengshu, the gift is light and the affection is heavy. I have received Xiao Xue's heart, and there will be a return in the future, sincere gratitude. Love Continent. 1,000 feet of snow covered the white veil of moonlight, holy and beautiful. She looked dejected and lonely. She held her chin in a daze. Why is the world I am in only a tiny 1,000 worlds? Why can only 30,000 years of soul bones be exchanged for 1 point? Will Senior Xiao look down on me? Xiao Ping'an found that his information bar had an extra backpack. It seems that the red envelope received, if it is a weapon or similar item, will enter the backpack. Ruyan Lingji directly gave herself 10 points. Now I have 20 points in my points. Zhutian Wanjie Chat Group. Wang Yuyan said, Brother Xiao, you can take a look at the mall. Maybe there will be something you want there. Tianhu World. In an antique pavilion. Wang Yuyan bit her red lips lightly, intending to play a flute, but found that the purple jade flute had already been sent out. What a magical chat group, it can really deliver things out of thin air. If my cousin also joins the chat group, perhaps the restoration of Yan country can really be achieved. Her eyes were dazed. Her appearance is exquisitely crafted like heaven and earth, without any flaws. Although in the mortal world, it is like a fairy descending from the sky. Tianhu World is just a small world. However, Wang Yuyan's appearance level is comparable to that of the celestial elder in the vast world, both of whom are breathtaking. It shows the beauty of this immortal sister. Mall. By the way, there's also a shopping mall. Xiao Ping'an in the mind suddenly woke up with a start. I almost forgot about this one. Recycling and recycling, earn some points first before proceeding. Xiao Ping'an selectively recycled the red envelope sent by Junnu as a prop. Link the recycling function with the mall function. As long as it is a prop that can be redeemed for at least 1 point, any item can be recycled. Xiao Ping'an recovers 30,000 years of soul bones and earns 1 point. Xiao Ping'an recycles colorful yuan stones and earns 10 points. Xiao Ping'an recycles the Zhao Shindan and earns 100 points. Suddenly, Xiao Ping'an's points began to increase. The difference is really. Prop recycling standards micro 1000 world, recovered in units of points. Shaoqian world, redeem with single-digit points. Zhongqian world, recovered with 10-digit points. In the vast world, redeem with hundreds of points. Although the Heavenly Fox Fairy gave Xiao Ping'an a bone that didn't have much effect. But no matter what, it's still a precious bone. There are runes on that treasure bone. This bone, placed in a perfect world, is of course worthless to the Heavenly Fox Fairy. The perfect world is the past of the ancient world. A precious bone, its value is not simple. When Xiao Ping'an was about to have free time, he comprehended the bone inscriptions on the bone. Recycling after enlightenment. Congratulations. You have spent 100 points to exchange for 10 pounds of yuan, a dazzling shopping mall. A spiritual treasure, the blood of a saint, the divine weapon of a king, a peerless secret technique, everything is there. But the prices are not low. You can't buy it casually yet. Permission required. Xiao Ping'an found himself the only one who could easily purchase. It's the source. 1 pound of yuan, 10 points. It's quite cost-effective. Bang bang. Boom. Rumble. The bitter sea is rolling, boiling, roaring. I'm just an ordinary physique, isn't that why I don't have any physique? Equivalent to mortals. Xiao Ping'an sighed to himself. If I had such a golden sea of bitterness. Endless, with waves crashing on the shore, thunder roaring, and golden lotus flowers blooming. That's the bitter sea of the ancient holy body. Xiao Ping'an imagined in his mind the appearance of a golden sea of bitterness. He is in Beidou. So in this world, there must be an ancient holy body. You recall the desolate sea of holy bodies in previous life novels, fantasize about the visions of holy bodies, have a rebellious understanding, and cultivate a vision. The sea of suffering grows golden lotus. Chapter 8. Archaeological creatures. Devouring life essence. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Boom boom boom. Taichu Ancient Mine, East 8th District of Wanlei Holy Land Mining Area. A roar of the ocean and the sound of surging waves echoed in the mine. The mortals in the mine trembled all over. They thought it was that thing that came. They tightly closed their eyes and dared not open them. I dare not make any sound. Little did they know. That is Xiao Ping'an's bitter sea. Don't say it yet. There is really a strange it appearing deep in the mine. But instead, he was frightened by Xiao Ping'an's bitter sea vision. Hurry and retreat. You have an incredible understanding and have cultivated a golden sea of suffering, as solid as a rock. You fantasize about a vision and cultivate an ancient superpower vision. The stars shine in the blue sky. You fantasize about a vision and cultivate a divine king body vision. The moon is born on the sea. These visions are nothing more than that. At a certain moment, Xiao Ping'an murmured to himself in his heart. I am Xiao Ping'an, carrying the fate and fortune of countless travelers. I am Xiao Ping'an, currently possessing imperial-level talents. Although it is a mortal body, it also has the power of a great emperor. I, Xiao Ping'an, possess even more extraordinary insight. What are these anomalies of the Beidou? At the end of the day, he is still deducing and practicing the existing visions in this world. What about the ancient holy body? Since I, Xiao Ping'an, have come here, I should suppress all enemies. You are full of passion, full of grandeur, reminiscing about the past Tang dynasty. You have created a vision. The great Ping rises from the sky, swaying for 90,000 miles. You fantasize about the fairy palace, wanting to ascend to the Qingyi, with lofty aspirations. You create a vision of a white jade palace in the sky, with 12 floors and 5 cities. You compare the bright moon on the sea, integrate the true meaning of life and death, and create your own vision. The sea day gives birth to the lingering night, and the river spring enters the old year at this moment. Xiao Ping'an's bitter sea is infinitely stretched and expanded. Various unprecedented and unparalleled phenomena have emerged. Which one is not stronger than that ancient holy body? Which one cannot crush the bitter sea that grows golden lotus, and the sea grows bright moon? To cultivate the supreme physique, start from the illusion. Fill the sea of suffering with visions, forge the supreme body with strength. I, Xiao Ping'an, want to open up an unprecedented imperial road. When Xiao Ping'an opened his eyes again, he has stepped into the realm of suffering. The 10-pound source exchanged has been depleted and there is no remaining balance. With the emergence of various visions, his sea of suffering expands infinitely. Become indestructible and unparalleled in the world. This means he needs to break through the energy required. It's so huge that it's unimaginable. 10 caddies of water allowed him to step into the realm of suffering, but he never reached the peak of suffering. Enough. With my domineering and unparalleled sea of suffering and vision, I am invincible within the sea of wheels. Change one over the wheel sea. Xiao Ping'an's eyes were as bright as fire. There is already the aura of Lingyun. That thing has already left. Get up, everyone. Almost half an hour has passed. The foreman in front of the team shouted. Everyone gradually got up. This group of mortal miners looks like about 30 people. Xiao Ping'an pulled Wang Shu and Erlingzi, and they also woke up. Watch the changes quietly and follow me. A warning was given to both of them. The three of them followed the team and advanced towards the depths. I walked for about 10 minutes. Suddenly, my eyes lit up. There is another cave in the mine. Perhaps this is the true East 8th District. A large number of mortals are here for source mining, and there are undoubtedly exceptions. Every ordinary person is either a teenager or a youth, and the oldest is only a face in their early 20s. Here, take the tools and work. A young man with a waxy yellow face and a look over 20 walked over. He handed over several specialized hoes, hammers, and other digging tools. Xiao Ping'an knew from his voice that this person was the foreman who had previously shouted. Okay. There is no resistance. After distributing the tools to Wang Shu and Erlingzi, Xiao Ping'an also began to dig for the source. 3 candidates have chosen a sparsely populated area to start excavating. Even deeper, it was still pitch black, with no visible fingers. Ping'an, why do I feel like they? It seems like I'm getting old by several decades. They are clearly not much older than us, even in age. Wang Shu looked timid and couldn't help but ask softly. Xiao Ping'an has become a cultivator and is also a second-level source sorcerer. Sweeping around the ordinary people digging for sources, Xiao Ping'an frowned inwardly. These people seem to have been devoured by something. Is it Shouyuan? No, it's not Shouyuan. Xiao Ping'an thought and warned Wang Shu and Erlingzi. Don't look too much, don't ask too much. With me around, you won't be fine. The speed of ordinary people digging sources is not fast. Limited physical strength. But these tools with these characteristics can help them very well. But in less than half an hour, Wang Shu and Erlingzi dug up a full 3-pound source. And Xiao Ping'an dug up 5 pounds of the source. Of course, Xiao Ping'an is a cultivator. And he deliberately controlled the speed. Otherwise, not to mention 5 pounds, dig a dozen or 20 pounds, or even 100 pounds. Dida. Dida. A strange sound sounded. Coming from the depths of the mining area, in the darkness where you can't see your hands. Everyone rest in place, close your eyes. Remember not to open your eyes. Otherwise, you will bear the consequences. At the next moment, there seemed to be a terrifying gust of wind coming. Wang Shu and Erlingzi were already scared and curled up on the ground, tightly closing their eyes. Xiao Ping'an did not do as the person said. Although he closed his eyes, his mind was still able to investigate. Archaeological creatures. That terrifying gust of wind is a thick gray mist. Instantly envelop everyone in the mining area. In the mist, figures of humanoid beasts appeared one by one. Xiao Ping'an was greatly shocked in his heart. Isn't the Taichu forbidden area the resting place of some Taichu emperor? How could so many ancient creatures have emerged? These ancient creatures in front of us. Creatures with human bodies and cow heads. A humanoid creature with silver skin. There are white-winged dog-headed creatures. There are creatures burning with flames all over their bodies. Jidua excavator. Kakawa, Ali, Jidwa, Gaji. Suddenly, several ancient creatures surrounded Xiao Ping'an in front of him. Looking at Xiao Ping'an, his expression was strange. Wipe. These ancient creatures won't be targeting me, will they? Xiao Ping'an felt a pang of panic. What kind of bird talk is that? Is it the language of ancient creatures? You listen to the language of ancient organisms, develop language learning abilities, and learn the common language of ancient organisms. The role of understanding against the heavens is once again highlighted. This time Xiao Ping'an can hear what they are saying. This human doesn't seem to be an ordinary person. But his life is so pure and pure, without any contamination. More pure and clean than those ordinary life spirits. Several ancient creatures looked at each other. Is it the innate body of humanity? The Great Way is innate, flawless and without dirt. An ancient creature suddenly walked towards Wang Shu and Erlingzi. Anyway, I'll have a full meal first. He's going to start devouring the life essence of both of them. This is the most pure and natural essence that only ordinary people have. To some extent, it is the fundamental energy of heaven and earth. Ordinary people are creatures of heaven and earth, children of heaven and earth. Xiao Ping'an was shocked. It turns out that these ancient creatures repeatedly come out to devour the life essence of mortals. No wonder those miners seem to have aged several decades and are listless. This is more torture than devouring Shouyuan. Chapter 9. Mother and Child Same Life Lock. The Ancient King. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Stop it. Xiao Ping'an couldn't watch helplessly as the two were devoured by the life essence. In this way, I'm afraid the two of them will die if they leave this primordial ancient mine. Son of a bitch, the holy land of thunder. I already knew that there would be ancient creatures coming out to devour life essence. Can mortals survive for 3 days after being devoured by life essence? You use the technique of source magic to communicate with the source power. You are self-taught and have learned a type of source magic attack technique. Explosive source technique. The source that was just dug out is now being completely moved by Xiao Ping'an. That ancient creature was surprised. Will these sources explode on their own? These ancient creatures are extremely powerful, and the use of source power cannot harm them. But it prevented the ancient creature from devouring. Human, did you do it? An ancient creature curiously stared at Xiao Ping'an. In their eyes, humans are creatures that have only emerged in later generations. They don't care at all, they don't even bother to kill. Don't pretend, I know you're not easy. The ancient creature continued. Other ancient creatures also surrounded. It's too rich. Such a life essence is almost comparable to the true essence of heaven and earth. Take it back. Let Wang enjoy it. These ancient creatures immediately controlled Xiao Ping'an. Xiao Ping'an was taken away by them without any resistance. Xiao Ping'an was not panicked, but quickly purchased a treasure in the chat group's mall. Congratulations. You have spent 300 points to redeem for the super gift package given to the group leader in the chat group. Do you want to open it? Yes. Xiao Ping'an was full of anticipation. A super large gift package purchased with 300 points, hoping to produce a peerless treasure that satisfies him. Dingdong Super Gift Package. Mother and child same life lock. Congratulations, you have obtained the child-mother same life lock consuming 300 points all at once. Xiao Ping'an is so heartbroken. Show your teeth and grin. Mainly from the celestial elder and Ziyue from the vast world. The red envelopes they give themselves earn more points for recycling. Although Ziyue claimed to have sent a decent treasure. But the redeemed points are actually over 300. Only in this way can Xiao Ping'an have enough points to purchase treasures in the mall. The king of ancient creatures. Is it the level of ancient sages? These ancient creatures do not know. Xiao Ping'an can understand their words. Understanding that one may carry a special life spirit, which is very useful for these ancient creatures, and must be presented to their king by them. Xiao Ping'an knew that his opportunity had come. Child and mother share the same destiny lock. Function 1. The person who is connected to the sub-lock and the mother lock, regardless of any living creature, lives and dies together. Function 2. If the person in the mother lock dies, the person in the child lock will die. If the person in the child lock dies, the person in the mother lock will not be affected. Function 3. The person in the mother lock can trigger the destruction of the lock with the same destiny as the child and mother, and both parties will perish together. It's truly a chat group mall, with a super big gift package exclusive to the group leader. Such an unparalleled treasure, if placed in the Beidou, would be priceless, wouldn't it? Fortunately, this is a benefit with only 300 points, otherwise I wouldn't be able to afford it. His mother and son appeared together in his ocean of suffering. When Xiao Ping settled down, he refined the mother lock. Unlock the sub-lock. As long as someone devours his life essence and threatens his life, the sub-lock will instantly lock the other person's soul. Xiao Ping'an knew he was far from a match for ancient creatures. Not to mention ancient kings. Only in this way can the other party be hit. In the pitch black. Suddenly, a crystal-clear stone wall appeared ahead. That's the source. And it's not a regular source. It's a divine source. Divine sources can seal up living beings without being influenced by heaven and earth. Since ancient times, some ancient creatures have chosen to self-proclaim themselves irrigated with a large amount of divine fluids, and survived until later generations. Wang. Entering here, all those ancient creatures knelt down on one knee with a respectful and devout expression. Xiao Ping'an was stunned. In the vast crystal source ahead, sealed is a woman in a fierce red dress. Women's skin is like sheep fat, and their white wrists are like frost and snow. Perfectly flawless in appearance, unable to find any flaws. The jade body is slender and exquisite, with a stunning posture. Even though sealed within the divine source, it is still lifelike. Invisible beauty. There is a bright red mark between the woman's eyebrows. Like a flame, like a phoenix flying with desire. Wang, this human being is a kind of innate entity that contains incredibly rich life essence, comparable to the essence of the origin. After an ancient creature finished speaking, it grabbed Xiao Ping'an and threw him inside. Next up. These ancient creatures retreated and dared not stay in this crystal divine palace. Beauty, are you a living person? Xiao Ping'an was not only not afraid, but also looked at the woman in the divine source. Is it the Tai Gu Feng tribe? The woman in Xinyuan closed her eyes and had a peaceful and beautiful expression. Xiao Ping'an felt strange. Is this the ancient king? To be honest, Xiao Ping'an really has some expectations. If the other party dares to devour their own life essence, keep the quilt locked instantly. The treasure from the chat group mall is of good quality and affordable price. It is not easy to break free and break free. The woman in the divine source did not respond. At this moment, Xiao Ping'an felt that something peculiar was missing from his body. Falk. Can it be devoured through the divine source? Xiao Ping'an was greatly surprised. Vision, now. Xiao Ping'an let out a deep cry, and the strange phenomenon in the bitter sea rolled and instantly locked in all his strength. What life essence, what fundamental qi. Don't even think of getting a penny. Xiao Ping'an gritted his teeth. Yeah. The grand ancient king, devouring the power of a mortal like me. How shameless. Xiao Ping'an couldn't help but curse loudly. At this moment, the crystal source in front of me suddenly trembled. The woman in the red dress suddenly opened her eyes. Cold, indifferent, noble. Xiao Ping'an was startled and quickly retreated. The woman seemed to have walked out of the crystal divine source and looked at him quietly. You. Don't come over here, I'm not responsible for hurting you. Xiao Ping'an is very anxious now. What level is this woman really? The ancient king is definitely not the great emperor. But the other party won't be at the level of an ancient sage, will they? Or higher. You are not an ordinary person. The woman spoke softly, her voice as pleasant and melodious as a heavenly melody. It seems to be responding to Xiao Ping'an's previous words. Xiao Ping'an's tone paused for a moment. He rolled his eyes and turned to run away. The woman's gaze remained calm. She gently lifted a jade hand, her skin white, and the blue and red blood vessels on her hand could be clearly seen. An unparalleled grip struck. Xiao Ping'an was completely unable to resist. Xiao Ping'an was caught by a woman like a chick. Not an innate body. The woman's eyes showed a hint of doubt. How ordinary is this human physique? There is nothing special about it at all. How could there be such innate energy? Boom. Xiao Ping'an's sea of suffering was filled with strange phenomena, and his angry eyes widened. It's impossible to devour me. Within the bitter sea, the immortal palace and Qingyi appeared, and the unparalleled immortal's shadow flashed by. The stars dim and fall, and the grass and trees sway with a murderous aura. Under the scorching night, a scorching sun rises on the sea, symbolizing the true essence of life and death. The ancient Kun leaped out of the sea and transformed into a great peng, soaring upwards. This ancient king is uncertain and uncertain. She couldn't help but burst out of her senses and explore Xiao Ping's bitter sea. Opportunity, here it is. When the other party's mind sank into Xiao Ping's sea of suffering, the sub-lock of the same destiny lock, the sub-lock, turned into a stream of light and rushed towards the sea of female gods. The ancient king was shocked and his expression was flustered. That stream of light seems to be an existence that is not bound by the rules of heaven and earth. It seems that it is not something in this realm. Although her level is not very good, she is completely unable to resist it. You. She suddenly opened her beautiful eyes and a hint of anger flashed through her. A king from ancient times, why not be my servant of Xiao Ping'an? Chapter 10. Seizing the Fire and Robbing, the 13 Great Bandits. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Xiao Ping'an dominantly tackled her. The mother and son are driven by the same life lock. A destructive aura converged in the sea of gods between the two. The secondary lock is connected to the secondary lock. If the mother lock self-destructs, the person in charge of the mother lock will die, and the person in charge of the child lock will never live either. Even ancient kings are no exception. Human, do you want to die? A cold light flashed in the eyes of the woman in the red dress. You're going to swallow my essence first. How can you blame me? Xiao Ping'an's mouth curved with a seductive curve. It has to be said. The delicate body of this ancient king is so soft. And it seems to be no different from humans. Be my servant, so that we won't die. Otherwise, let's all die together. Anyway, I'm just a lowly life. I just don't know you, this ancient king, I'm afraid I'm not afraid of death. Xiao Ping'an is not empty either. Since you want to swallow my life essence, then I'll fight you hard. The so-called soft fears hard, and the hard fears horizontal. Those who are horizontal are not afraid to die. Xiao Ping'an now is such a reckless lunatic. Impossible. The woman scolded coldly and said, Human, you are delusional. How dare you threaten the king of Blood Phoenix Mountain? You're looking for death. Blood Phoenix Mountain. Are you really a phoenix? Xiao Ping'an widened his eyes. I suddenly felt that the woman was starting to crazily attack the lock that had imprisoned her. Even Xiao Ping'an felt terrifying. This ancient king is really extraordinary. Stop attacking. Otherwise, we'll all die together. Xiao Ping'an also blushed and tightly gripped her snow-white swan-like neck. Ha! A disdainful expression appeared in the eyes of the king of Blood Phoenix Mountain. She was sealed in the divine source when she was young. Survived from ancient times to the present day. How strong is she? How could it be that a mole ant cultivator could kill it? Taunt me. Xiao Ping'an frowned. I feel something is not good. He suddenly had a wicked expression at the corner of his mouth. Are you really not submissive? Pop. Soft. Full of elasticity. Sleek and smooth. The ancient king under him instantly became furious. The ancient phoenix bloodline of Blood Phoenix Mountain. How noble, how ancient. How dare this ant desecrate her? Pop. If you don't submit, then let's die together. Xiao Ping'an's eyes sparkled with madness. I'm just going to risk my life with you. The mother lock in the Sea of Gods is constantly being triggered, almost detonating. A wave of destructive energy is released. The king of Blood Phoenix Mountain was also shocked, and his face turned pale. Stop it. Human, do you really want to die together? I said, submit to me, we will not die. Fantasy. Even in times of life and death. The ancient king of Blood Phoenix Mountain is still proud, with a look of disdain in his eyes. How weak were human beings in ancient times. What is the difference between ants and mole ants? Why make this ancient king submit to such an ant? Absolutely impossible. Are you still mocking me? Xiao Ping'an sneered. Pop pop pop. His palms kept falling, while constantly stimulating his motherlock aura. Xiao Ping'an has very good control. It's about activating the motherlock, forcing the other party not to take action. He bet that the other party is afraid of death. I make you mock me. I make you disdain. I made you look at me like this. The ancient king of Blood Phoenix Mountain's mind was blank. That hot and spicy slapping sensation. Not very painful. But it made her burn like fire. An inexplicable desire arose in my heart. She is both shy and angry. Bang. 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 Boom boom. Boom boom. The whole world suddenly shook violently in an instant. Like a mountain collapsing and the earth shattering. The entire peripheral mining area of the Taichu ancient mines suddenly erupted. On this red-brown, desolate and lonely land, a thick mist gushed out. A large amount of white bones were sprayed out and fell from the sky. Wanlei Holy Land Mining Area. Ghost mine, ghost mine. Bones. Dead people. This is a ghost mine. Escape. The surging mist engulfed everyone. Not only ordinary people are panicked, but even the cultivators of the 10,000 Thunder Holy Land are equally afraid. What's even more frightening is, those mists seem to not devour mortals. Wherever they pass, all the submerged cultivators turn into bones. The bones falling from the sky were like heavy rain, instantly covering the entire Wanlei mining area. Taichu ancient mine startles. Shugwang Holy Land mining area. Run away. Ghost mine. We've dug up the ghost mine. Dead people, bones, there are ghosts. Jiangjia mining area. Ancient creatures have emerged. Hurry up and invite Elder Tai. The abandoned Yejia mining area. Old friends, are you so unreasonable? A weathered old man stared coldly at the depths of the Taichu ancient mine, the surging mist. It seems like there are thousands of soldiers and horses hidden inside, which is terrifying. Taichu ancient mine. One of the 7 forbidden areas of life in Dongzhou. The various holy sites and ancient aristocratic families in Dongzhou have shares here. Who knows that there are source mines scattered throughout the northern region of Dongzhou? This place is barren and vast, sparsely populated, and it seems that all life force has been absorbed by the source. This gave rise to the name of the northern regions, which is known for its abundant resources. However, the ancient mines of Taichu are extremely dangerous. Even if they are holy sites and ancient families, one must be cautious. Ha ha ha. My friend from ancient times, I came to help you before the 13 great conquerors. At this moment, killing 100,000 soldiers and horses from the horizon is like a heavenly army below a general. Everyone has a ferocious aura, either driving wild beasts or wielding a killing blade, exuding a murderous aura. Swallow the heavenly demon jar. Town. The 7th major bandit, Zhutian, held half of the extremely powerful emperor's weapon and swallowed the heavenly demon jar. Suddenly, his sword came out and killed him. The ancient mines of Taichu caught major holy sites off guard. Zhutian, dare you? A Tai Shang from the shaking light holy land took off and headed straight towards the sky. Haha. Why don't you dare? Today I call your holy sites bloodless. Zhutian let out a wild laugh. Qingyi, the 9th most powerful bandit. Surprisingly, you have also come. A prominent figure in Wanlei Holy Land is frightened. I saw Qingyi wielding a divine spear and unleashing a fierce force of the 8 gods. With just one face, he killed the important figure of the 10,000 Thunder Holy Land. The 6th pirate, visit the Araguki family. The 6th largest bandit, Lu Feng, unleashed an unparalleled secret technique. In an instant, it caused chaos in the mining area of the Ji family. With a wave of his hand, his subordinates behind him instantly rushed into the mining area of the Ji family and began to plunder. The people of the northern regions are fierce, and bandits often emerge, plundering cultivators. Among them, the 13 great pirates are the most terrifying. Each of the 13 major bandits is a towering powerhouse, and they are not at all inferior to the Holy Land Supreme. A powerful bandit is even more capable of standing on par with the Holy Lord of the Holy Land and the ancient family. Let everyone fear. This time, as many as half of the 13 major bandits came directly, as if planning to take advantage of the Taichu ancient mine uprising. Robbing the mining areas of major holy sites. Tu Tian, you are too arrogant. Since you're here today, don't leave. The holy sites are not easy to deal with either. Originally, the Taichu ancient mine underwent a sudden change, which made them feel restless. In recent days, they have been plundering ordinary people and digging for resources. I didn't expect the Taichu ancient mine to suddenly erupt at this time. They still don't know what happened. These 13 bandits took advantage of the fire to rob. It's really despicable. Tu Tian, my Ji Hanfeng will fight against you. In the Araguki family, an elder from the Supreme Court rose up from the sky and killed the 7th largest bandit, Tu Tian. Jiang Yi, you traitor, clean up the door today. The Jiang family in the wilderness also killed one person. Wanlei Holy Land, Yaoguang Holy Land, Wanshu Holy Land, Purple Mansion Holy Land. All have experts at least at the highest level killed. In an instant, the Taichu ancient mine became chaotic. Puff. Wanlei Holy Land Mining Area East 8th District. The ancient king of Blood Phoenix Mountain. The stunningly beautiful woman in a red dress suddenly spat out a mouthful of blood.